What's interesting is this approach to sort of one's survival and one's prosperity is resulting in us going through a genetic extinction because people are not having kids anymore. So Sarah scrolling on Netflix with her 4 kids is actually genetically surviving, and all these people that are focused on independence and how much money I can make, they're genetically becoming extinct.
It's fascinating.
I'm basically playing devil's advocate with myself because if you observe my life, clearly this is a massive contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that's been front of mind for me at the moment is this idea of like dependence and independence. And obviously I'm approaching the season of life where I'm going to have kids and there's going to be trade-offs that I have to make, that I do make, but I guess we shall see what happens. Do you think people respect you a lot more now at 33 than they did when you were in 2019?
Of course they do.
And what should someone do that is looking to earn the respect? Someone that feels like they're continually disrespected. Mm-hmm. There's something about them. There's something in the way they carry themselves that they continually feel like people are disrespecting them. They might work in a business, or they might be low down in a company, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just someone who's gone through the corporate world and they're continually disrespected. What would you say they should do to earn people's respect?
The first thing somebody has to do in order to earn respect is to decide that they would rather be respected than liked. That trade-off is made too often. We're in a situation when the right, respectable thing to do is unlikable. We don't choose the right, respectable thing to do. We prioritize being liked. And so when you make that decision to be respected and to not prioritize what everybody thinks about you, you can then transition into the second step, which is you have to get stats in the area that you want respect in. If you're low in an organization or you have different people around you who don't respect you for a variety of different reasons, what is the area of your expertise that is undeniable? It's proof. It exists in the physical universe. It's not just because you had an idea or you think you can be an entrepreneur or you'd like to be someone who gives people relationship advice. I'm sorry, but if you're not in a relationship and you don't have a stat of being able to have a good relationship, and you can't have a spouse that's like, wow, this person's great, I love being around this person, you probably shouldn't be giving that advice. And that's why you don't have respect in that area. So I don't think respect is a overall life respect. You need to have respect in the different compartments. It's not just Stephen is a respectable person altogether. That's a facade to me. You might not be respectable in certain areas. I maybe shouldn't respect you in certain areas of your life. But other areas, I would think areas that you've prioritized, you're incredibly respectable in. And you've prioritized getting stats and proof in those areas to earn people's respect, whether they like you or not, because you have something to prove for it.
Has that been a journey for you, this idea of caring less about being liked? Because you talked about that earlier as being really central to your sort of early 20s, etc.
It was so hard for me to not want to be liked. I had a mom growing up who was a medical doctor and just was the world's most sweet, kind, thoughtful person. She would sit down at a party and every single person in that room loved her immediately. She just had this aura about her. And so I watched my mom growing up as a role model and somebody who still to me today is a role model. And she really emphasized how important it is to ask great questions and to be engaged with other people. And what I lost in that process is, well, if I'm always asking other people and trying to get other people to like me, and it's always that flow, like what do I actually think about myself? Because I'm so focused on over accommodating others. And so if you're trying to flip this for yourself, you're trying to go from I over-index on being liked and not so over-indexed on being respectable and liking what I think about myself, you really have to go out to your 3-year version of yourself and your 5-year version of yourself, because no one is going to get clear on that for you besides you. And once you put that stake in the ground saying, this is what I want to be known for, this is who I want to become, this is who I imagine myself being, this isn't a manifestation practice. It's I'm going to decide who that person is, and then I'm going to like myself at 20, at 30, at 70, because I'm acting in accordance with the way that I view myself in the future, and I'm going to become the person that I want to be.
Have you found